All right, here we are heading to the third check-in for the 1,000-mile intervals of the oil test, and I'm currently at 57,244 miles, which is just slightly over the 1,000 mark. So let's go ahead and head there and see what they say.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, well, I've completed the second check, actually third check, because the original plan was you bring the car in 4 times, 1 for an oil change and 3 1,000-mile checks. Now they're telling me that I have 2 more checks. However, it gets much worse than that. All right, so real quick backstory for those who haven't seen these videos before. We have an issue with our Hyundai Palisade that it is burning over 1/4 of oil every 1,000 miles. And they told me that this is normal. However, they have a procedure where they check and you bring the vehicle in every 1,000 miles, they check the oil level and they record it, and then of course they add whatever needs to be added. We're now in our 3rd check, although technically they're saying 2nd after oil change, and I have some really interesting information. The interesting information is not good, and what that means is basically the dealership is telling me now that I'm wasting my time because we're only burning 1/4 of oil every 1,000 miles. And this is well within range for Hyundai vehicles. I don't believe this for a second. Not saying that the dealership's lying, but I don't believe that Hyundai is actually sitting there saying that if your vehicle burns 1/4 of oil every 1,000 miles, you're good. We have 57,000 miles on this car. When this started, it was just over 50,000. This is not a high mileage car. This is not a 20-year-old car. If Hyundai is in fact building vehicles to that level of quality, I will never have another Hyundai vehicle. In fact, I probably won't anyways, but it may cause pause for other people to buy them. But anyways, let's get back to the oil change, or the oil consumption test. So here I am on my, I'll call it 3rd check, and they're saying that it's burning just over 1/4 of oil, or right around 1/4, and it's been just over 1,000 miles, so we're good. So I said, okay, can you provide some sort of documentation that says that Hyundai allows this, 1,000-mile quart of oil, level? No, I've only heard it via the phone. Okay, have you heard of any other Palisade owners having this problem, or am I the only one? No, you're the only one that we've seen. This is a dealership that's fairly large. It's been in business for many, many years. They've never seen a Hyundai Palisade with this problem. If you look back on my previous videos on all the people commenting saying that they're having this problem, I don't think that I was able to collect every single person having this issue. Statistically, I don't believe it. The biggest problem for me is that now they're telling me that, as we know, that the quart's normal. Okay, fine. What's the service interval for Hyundai Palisade? 6,000 miles. How much oil does the Hyundai Palisade have? Around 6 quarts. Okay, so if I go by the interval, I'm going to be bringing you a car that's almost bone dry or slightly over, because let's be honest, no one goes 6,000 miles and immediately pulls it in for service. Might not even get an appointment. Basically what they're telling me is I should add a quart every 1,000 miles, which, okay, not really difficult, but if you're not car inclined or ever opened a hood in your life, is it really normal to be telling your customer that you need to go to the store and buy oil, which of course you're going to buy from their service bay? You're going to put it in every 1,000 miles. You're going to remember that? I don't believe it. I did also ask the question about the lawsuit. That of course was met with some anger, if you will. I get it. It's a consumer issue, but I just kind of wanted their input on it. Now, I'm not trying to put this dealership on blast. I feel like a lot of dealerships are doing the same stuff, and they're following the rules of whatever Hyundai is telling them to do. But at the end of the day, I think we're wasting our time, guys, going and having these checks, because if you're at 1,000 miles and 1/4 of oil, they're just going to say that it's completely normal. I don't really know if this is the end of the saga or not. I may continue to bring the car in just to get the final word from Hyundai. I want to see something in writing. I find it crazy that the dealership can't give me this. But at the end of the day, I'm curious, are you guys seeing the same thing? What is your dealership telling you? And how are your service interval checks going? So as always, appreciate you guys checking out these videos. This was not a series that I wanted to create, but it has been informative for others, so I'm going to continue to do it. And I will catch you in the next video. If you're new here, please subscribe.